Moses, Tim Calcomedy Athletic. We've been hearing about these workouts. I know you guys have been doing them for years, and yourself for the years you've been here. But were they a little bit amped up this time? Was it a little different? And then were you there when Chris was there? And what was that one like?
The summer workout? Yeah, it was good. We haven't really even done them very much since I've been here. So just going and being around the guys, being able to hang out off the court even more than on the court, but just getting those runs, being able to get acquainted with each other before training camp starts, I feel like was pretty good.
How did that all do? Who was in charge of kind of getting them together? Who kind of started it?
Between 30, CP, Dre, somewhere in there. Though I guess that group.
Pretty important people there.
Yeah.
Hey, Moses. Colin Warhenninger, CBS Sports. Entering your third year now, what have you learned about off-season preparation, and how has that changed over the course of your career to know what you need to do to get ready for a season?
Yeah, that's a good question. Over the years, I've realized that like off seasons when you really make those improvements, make those jumps, because during the season you got to like manage your load, how much you're working out and all of that so much that you don't actually get the full work in like you want to. So being able to get a routine, I feel like it's how you get the most progress, and being able to come up with a consistent routine over a period of time, you got the opportunity to do that in the summertime.
Moses, Kendra Andrews, ESPN. Over the past couple seasons, it's been harder for younger guys to get out on the court with this team and have consistent, playing time. Just what do you see as your goals for this season? Has the coaching staff talked to you at all about role, and just what do you hope to build on this year, really?
Yeah, preparation and all of that's been going towards being a contributing factor to winning. Like, I want to be on the floor. I want to be a part of winning these games. And, on a championship team, that might look different than other situations or whatever, but I want to be a part of things.
Moses, Ann Killian with the San Francisco Chronicle. At the end of last season and again last week, Steve and Mike talked about connectivity and chemistry as being things that really need to improve this year. I'm wondering, do you see an improvement? Obviously, today's the first day of camp, but in the workouts together, do you see improved chemistry? And how do players? I mean, it's one thing to say, let's improve our chemistry, but how do you go about actually doing that?
Yeah, I feel like even a lot of it might be genuine, just pieces and people kind of just gravitate where we're closer together thus far. Like I said, those summertime workouts, so being around each other, hanging around each other, kind of gave us more time to develop authentic relationships rather than being thrown into training camp saying, okay, you got the best friends now. We've had some time to really be around each other, figure out things that you like about guys. And I think it's been able to authentically kind of happen that way.
Draymond mentioned that he noticed in scrimmages if Chris is with the younger guys, I don't know if he's with you, but maybe with Kuminga, like there's things he's telling them. There's discussions and, look at it a different way. And then Draymond's impressed about hearing about what he's saying. Have you had those interactions with Chris? And has he kind of said, hey, if you do this, I can do that, and we can set you up to do something else?
Yeah. He communicates, he talks. So a lot of he's obviously, everybody knows how smart of a basketball player he is, but not only that, he's able to communicate what he's thinking really well. So he might have an idea somewhere you should be, or a way you should do something on defense, and he's just willing to kind of dish out knowledge and game that he's picked up over the years.
How many times was Chris up here for workouts? Like 3, 4, 2, 3?
He's been here a lot. He even came to Vegas and got a run in with the summer league guys. So he's been going a lot. I don't necessarily know exactly how many times, but he's been here.
Was it mostly him with the young guys? Teams kind of thing?
They all always trying to, whoever's in town really. So he's, it's, most of the young guys are the people that's been in town. So whoever's in town at that time, they'll kind of do teams like that. But I don't know if it's specifically with the young guys.
What do you think was the difference for you last year, early in the season when you kind of fell out of the rotation compared to, playoff time? You're back in by the end. That Lakers series, you're playing 25 minutes tonight.
I feel like it was a journey So figuring things out throughout the time that I wasn't playing as much or whatever, just trying to figure out something that works and trying to figure out what I can do to get on the floor. And it was just being able to do that by the end of the year.
Moses, Chris Alvarez back here, ABC7. Good to see you. I'm just curious what the best thing you did was this summer. Non-basketball related, the best thing of your summer.
Best non-basketball thing of my summer is a pretty tight race between the camp. I started my foundation, Motivate One Foundation. I started that, and we had an event with a camp back home in Little Rock. And also my family trip. We went to Hilton Head, South Carolina, had a house on the water. Everybody was there. Kids running around. That was a good time.
A follow-up to that camp, I think that was the one with Klay, right?
Yeah.
What did it mean for Klay to leave Greece and come to Arkansas to be with you?
Yeah, it was cool. He told me he was going to do it in the playoffs, and I thought he was just talking, but he stood on it. He came to Little Rock, Arkansas, and not only did he show up, but he showed out. He was running around with the kids, lifting them up. They had shooting paper airplanes everywhere and everything. It was cool. Cool. All right, thank you.
By the way, there's food now in the beat writer room.
Hey, I'm good. Right. See you too. Nice suit.
JK. Monty Poole, NBC Sports Bay Area. When you look at this past summer, you guys had a pretty long summer compared to the short summer you had the year before. Mm-hmm. What were the things you wanted to get accomplished this summer, and how well did you think you did those things?
I would say just going through that summer, I got to really focus on myself and working on things that teams want me to do and what teams want me to add on it, and just more of trying to be a full, complete player. And it's not going to happen just one night, but just putting work in every single day going to help me and establish or help me to get where I want to go.
How do you just generally feel about the opportunity in year 3 and the role that you expect to have?
Oh, I'm definitely coming back confident. Whatever happen, anything happen, I'm already prepared for anything. So I feel confident about going to my 3rd year.
Jonathan Connor Letourneau, San Francisco Chronicle. What do you view as kind of your natural position? Do you see yourself as a power forward, small forward? Do you have any thoughts on that?
I don't have any thoughts on none of that. And you know how we play. It could be 6'2", it could be 7'2". Play every position. It don't matter. It's just as long as whatever you go out there and produce, that can help the team win. So,
Jonathan, Tim Kawakami, The Athletic. You talk about becoming more all-around player, whatever, however you phrase that. What specifically are you shooting? Are there specific things that you are looking to advance in this season?
Just pretty much. I would say just keep it on my confidence. Working pretty much on everything. Not really anything specific, but just pretty much, like I said, being a full, complete player and fit perfectly with the rest of the guy and helping his team win.
CJ Holmes, San Francisco Chronicle. So you got to play in the CrawsOver Pro-Am this past summer, dropped 60 points in that. What was that experience like for you, and what does an opportunity like that do for your confidence?
It was just especially things that I kind of worked on all summer. And you could always work out, but you just got to go out there and play against people. So I just wanted to go out there and showcase what I've been working on. But definitely it was just me trying to have fun. So obviously it wasn't really anything that I was trying to prove or anything like that. It was just me going out there and just showcase what I've been working on and having fun.
JK, how was your trip to South Africa with Basketball Beyond Borders?
Oh, my trip to South Africa was one of the best trips I ever had. It's crazy how a lot of people don't know. Like, I got to be a GM. I got to be a scout at the same time. I got to be the head coach. I got to be a trainer. So, and just looking back to that, those all my people. Man, I didn't get a chance to be in a basketball without borders, but just going out there, helping the next generation coming from Africa, that means a lot to me. And another crazy thing, I got to be all that I just said and end up winning a championship. So I was excited coming out of South Africa.
How much did you know about Chris Paul before he came to your team, and what do you think he can do? Because Chris has a reputation of being able to really help young guys that get buckets and just advance their games and make them better.
I mean, obviously, we all knew Chris Paul was one of the best point guards to ever touch a basketball. And growing up, watching Chris Paul play, I actually get to play against him, and now we get to play again on the same team. I'm just looking forward to get better every single day, to learn more because he's been around this game for a very long time. So I can't wait to get going.
JK, Chris Albers from ABC7. Good to see you. I'm wondering what you miss the most about being in an NBA game when you're in the summer and the offseason. Like, what gets you geared up when you get back out on the court?
I definitely miss the fans. Being around my teammates, being coached. So it's the game that I love. So obviously, summertime comes, it's time to relax and work and stuff like that. But like with the game you love, you always want to play every day. But it's impossible because you got to take breaks off basketball. So I'm really just excited to come back here, being around the group of people that I always love sharing time with. So I'm looking forward to that.
And that being said, do you get the motivation from these guys? Last year, coming off an NBA championship, and Draymond talked about maybe the motivation is different. Now you're hunting again. Do you like being in that position as being a team that's hunting maybe other teams in the West and around the league?
I mean, it's always been the same way. Every year is not going to be you guys' year. So obviously this year we're looking forward to it. Really excited. We're happy to get things going.
Anything else? Great, thank you. Appreciate that.
Yes, sir.